what you want to do, and I do this with mine because again, 18,000 connections, trust and believe, I do not want to see those people all day, every day. What I've done with my own and what I teach my clients to do is build favorites. So in LinkedIn itself, you can have a setting right on the person's profile so that you get immediate notifications of whatever it is they post. But build favorites of the people you want on LinkedIn the same way you build favorites on your computer for anything else that you have going on, whatever you have saved, Google, YouTube, whatever these things are. Go to a person's profile and make favorites on your computer of those people. That way you can look, every day or however often you want to look at those particular people. So this way you're not looking at hundreds and thousands of people. They're good to have in your network, but no, they're not good to have in your feed. Just set them up as favorites the way you do any other website that you go to.
So if I set up favorites in other websites, usually there's like a little heart or something that you click that then puts it in quote a favorite folder. Then you can say filter and view only favorites. Is it the same way in LinkedIn? And I've obviously missed that completely in LinkedIn.
It's not a LinkedIn function. It's a function of your computer, just like what you were talking about. The same way that you make a favorite out of any site that you want to go back to, just make a favorite of that person on LinkedIn. Now, your favorites are probably written like across the top bar of your computer, right? So you're not going to have even if you only have 20 favorite people on LinkedIn, you're not going to have them all on the top bar of your computer because you have other things that you want to look at. Make a folder, call the folder LinkedIn. And so the only thing you have on the top bar of your computer is that folder. And then when you click on the folder, it may be the 10 or 20 or however many people you decided to favorite. But when I say favorites, I'm talking about the function of your computer. I'm talking about the function of your Chrome browser, for example, not the function of LinkedIn.
Oh, and Jewel, if I could jump in, I just was experimenting.
Yeah.
And I looked at one of my first level connections and there's a little bell there that says I get notifications.
Yes.
So I think Stephanie, or I forget who brought this up, that might be the way to make sure you get notified of the things you really want to see by starting to use that bell. I never saw that before.
Yes, that's the bell. And you can click it once to get some of the notifications. You can click it twice to get all the notifications. LinkedIn will tell you. And so what I do is I use that bell in combination with just the favorites on my computer so that I can see who I want to see. I hardly ever look at the LinkedIn feed because it's not like your other social media feeds. On Facebook, it's your actual friends, right? Your actual people from high school, your actual family. Those are people you want to see. Twitter, pretty much the same thing, except it'll be, some of these celebrities and whoever you want to follow, but they're actual people you want to see. LinkedIn is a bit of an explosion and it's not like that. So yeah, the favorites is the way that I bring sanity to my LinkedIn. I mean, I use it for business. I have a lot of people on there, but there's only just a small subsection of folks that I really want to see, not every day, 3-4 days a week. So that's how I do it. That's what I recommend.
Is one way to also do where, although you connected with them, you can unfollow them? Would that be one way to do it?
You can, yes. So
Okay.
it really depends on how many connections you have. So for me, I can't sit there and unfollow, 17,480 people. That would take me until 2030 to do that. I didn't think of that while I was building the network. But if you have, a couple hundred, sure, you can sit there and unfollow people, and that will be a way to keep that feed nice and clean. It's not going to be feasible if you have more than a couple hundred. You're not going to have time to sit there and unfollow everybody on earth.
So Jewel, just to be clear, it sounds like you could say you can keep them as a connection, but just unfollow them so you're not seeing what everything they're posting. Is that correct?
1,000%, yes.